Alright, it's October 17, 244. It's 7:44 in London and 8:44 in Tel Aviv, Israel. I just wanted to talk about the tax in Palestine, the tax in the Gaza Strip. Just educate the people because we know a little bit, but Joe Biden doesn't explain the whole situation. So I want to share my findings on everything so everybody can understand what's going on. Hamas has said it was motivated to launch the attack essentially as the culmination of long-building anger over Israeli policy, including recent outbreaks of violence at the Al-Aqsa Mosque and Jerusalem, but more generally over the treatment of Palestinians and the expansion of Israeli settlements. Hamas is a militant group that has controlled the densely populated Gaza Strip since 2006, had said the aim of attack to free Palestinian prisoners, stop Israeli aggression on Al-Aqsa Mosque, and to break the siege on Gaza. And then, well, from there, so we understand a little bit. According to Islamic sources, the Quran indicates that Muhammad was miraculously transported one night from Mecca. This is the mosque where the initial attacks were taken, that the Jews supposedly attacked the Muslims in the Gaza Strip initially, to this site in Jerusalem. Al-Aqsa compound houses two holy places, the Al-Aqsa Mosque, the mosque that I'm talking about, and the Dome of the Rock, which is a 7th century structure where the Prophet Muhammad is believed to have ascended to heaven. The mosque was constructed on the hill in the 8th century AD. And then here we have a little story. Muhammad was an Arab religious, social, and political leader and the founder of the Islam, which is what the Muslims is. Islam is not to the Muslims, but Muslims are the people of the Middle East and the people of partly of Asian countries. They believe in the Islam religion. So Muslims and Islam is not two different religions. Muhammad was an Arab religious, social, and political leader that founded the Islam according to Islamic doctrine. He was a prophet divinely inspired to preach and confirm the monastic teachings of Adam, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, and other prophets. So there we go for that. Muhammad was the founder of Islam, proclaimer of the Quran. He was the founder of the Quran, Islam's sacred scripture. He spent his entire life in what is now the country of Saudi Arabia, from his birth about 570 CE in Mecca to his death in 632 in Medina. Otherwise than that, Muslims believe that Jesus was a prophet of God and was born to the Virgin Mary, They also believe he will return to earth before the day of judgment to restore justice and defeat al-Mashiach and the Jew of the false Messiah, also known as the Antichrist. So, next I have for you, the word Islam literally means submission in Arabic, salum, referring for the submission to God. A Muslim, one who practices Islam, refers to one who submits to God. The Nation Islam is not considered a mainstream Muslim religious group, and many Muslim leaders have distanced themselves from the NOI. The NOI's theological beliefs and practices differ significantly from traditional dominant sections of Islam. And then Islam, like I told you before, is the youngest of the major world religions, and such it is always well documented and historically verifiable. The story of Islam begins with the story of Muhammad ibn Abdullah, born in 570 CE in Mecca. Muhammad, which is located in the modern nation of Saudi Arabia. Arabs are people who speak Arabic as a native. They speak Arabic. Otherwise than that, Muslims are submitters to God. They submit to God. They worship God. Are people who are here to Islam, a monastic religion belonging to the Abrahamic tradition. All right. 2/3 of Muslims worldwide live in 10 countries. Of the 10 countries, 6 are in Asia: Indonesia, Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Iran, and Turkey. 3 are in North Africa: Egypt, Algeria, and Morocco, and 1 in the sub-Saharan Africa, Nigeria. So the basic of in Israel of the Gaza Strip, since the mosque is there, that Muhammad was the one that generated and established the Quran, is a very, very, very sacred place to the Muslim people as well. So us Jewish people need to understand that little strip is their little strip. But otherwise than that, we need to find peace. All right. The U.S. government estimates that the Palestinian population at 3 million 3 million Muslims of Islam live in the West Bank and 2 million in the Gaza Strip. And by 2022, according to the U.S. government and other sources, Palestinian residents of these territories are predominantly Sunni Muslims, with small Shia and Hamid Muslim communities. Otherwise than that, Sunni Islam claims to represent the Muslim consensus concerning the teachings and habits of the Prophet. It originated almost those Muslims who, contrary to Shiites and Quraysh, denied that Ali, Muhammad's cousin and son-in-law, has been chosen as Muhammad's only legitimate successor. Sunni believe in God, one God. This means having absolute faith in the oneness of God. Allah is simply the Arabic word for God, which I always say God is Allah and Allah is God. And it's not the name of any other being. Muslims believe that nothing can be likened to Allah. And then in addition to the Palestinian population, approximately only 214,000 Jewish settlers live in the West Bank and Gaza. We only have 214 people. So the Foundation for Middle East Peace, only 214,000 people. Just give me 1 second. I'm trying to educate America because Joe Biden doesn't. He told they were cut in half and raped and nasty. 1,300 people has lost their life. So we lost. Yes, 1,300 is a lot, but could have been more. You know what I'm saying? So we have to find a peace treaty here. We need to meet in the middle, and we need to come to an agreement. And then, so before I start that, let me start that. Hamas is an acronym in the Arabic phrase or Harakah. Hamas can speak with the Jerusalem, whatever. Okay, so we got that story. Sorry, that's my Arabic. But the horrors of the October 7 Hamas assault, which killed at least 1,300 Israelis, have tapped into Israel's deepest fears and revived memories of the Jews' greatest trauma. Hundreds of militias stormed across the border, catching the country and its vaunted military off guard on a major Jewish holiday. So I want to speak. This message is for Hamas, the Israeli community, the community of Gaza, the Gaza Strip, and which is the other strip? Gaza and the West Bank. We all have to come together and forgive each other for the attack on the mosque. We're very sorry for that, and I'm very serious. There was no need, but we need to talk because we all believe in the same God. Muslims and Jewish. God is Allah, and Allah is God, and God is always God for us. We are the children of God, and you guys are also the children of God. So all our Hamas leaders, I know that territory means a lot to you because of the Muhammad and the prophecies and the creation of the Quran. And I know we have 214,000 people left there. So I'm asking the Prime Minister of Israel to come to a treaty deal with Hamas. Please, no more attacks on the Jewish community or anything. We don't need all that. We all believe in God, and there shouldn't be no tragedy. We should all come in peace together. And my recommendation is for the 214,000 people. I promise that we would just just speak to the Prime Minister of Israel, and just see if we could relocate the 214,000 people. But give us a little bit of time so you guys can have the West Bank, and so you guys can so Hamas and the Muslim community that believe in Islam, the religion of Islam, could have the whole West Bank and the whole West Bank and the Gaza Strip, which is the territory of the mosque from the Prophet Muhammad. And we could relocate the 214,000 people off to the further northern Israeli or the places in the Holy Land. And probably we could bring some to the United States of America. Joe Biden allows us at least a grant of 50,000 visas to America. We need like 5 years probably, Hamas. Please go to Gambo. God bless everybody. Go. Thank you guys. Take care.